I'm going to share with you our adventures in the town of Mendocino, located on the coast of the Pacific Ocean in Northern California. We stayed 3 nights at the Mendocino View Luxury Ocean View Suites from December 29th, 2022 to January 1st, 2023. All right, let the adventure begin. We arrived in the town of Mendocino a little early, so our condo wasn't quite ready yet. We asked the host about a restaurant with good food at a reasonable price. Patterson's was the restaurant that came highly recommended. So it's called Patterson's Spirits and Ales, which is a traditional Irish pub with a really festive decor. The hostess and food servers were extremely friendly and courteous. And most importantly, they didn't kick me out for filming in the restaurant. The food was tasty and served quickly. Abby had the steak salad, and I had the pulled pork sandwich with coleslaw. We liked it so much we ate at Patterson's twice. And let me say that the Angus burger with sweet potato fries rocked. They also have a beautiful outdoor covered dining area with flaming heaters to make it cozy on a rainy day. And be sure not to miss the woman's leg lamp from A Christmas Story. Directly across the street from Patterson's, we stumbled upon Anderson's Alternatives and Native Wood Gallery. The wooden artwork is made entirely out of driftwood logs. There were large slabs of slices of logs leaning up against the walls inside the store with signs stating what type of wood they were. The owner was on site during our visit. I got to see him make some artwork by hand and power tools. We toured the showroom containing the artwork that was so unique. Abby's favorite piece was a candle holder made from a tree branch. My favorite was the wooden slingshots, which I could use to shoot out Abby's candles. What can I say? I'm a guy. If you have a few $1,000s you want to invest, consider purchasing a handmade lamp. These were made by a local artist, not the owner of the shop. After the woodworking shop tour, we decided to explore the areas where some of the driftwood came from, just down the street. We descended down a long staircase to the beach. I was amazed at the size of the drift logs that washed down the nearby rivers. The logs made quite a fun obstacle course to climb over. On the other side of the logs, we had the opportunity to walk along the beach, keeping a close eye on the rising tide and the sneaker waves that successfully got our sneakers wet. We even discovered a couple of waterfalls that had formed from the recent rains. And you don't want to miss the secret cave on the beach. You'll have to visit the town of Mendocino yourself to see what lives inside. Well, it was finally time to check into our condo at the Mendocino View Luxury Ocean View Suites. We were pleasantly surprised by the location and the accommodations. Mendocino View is located across the street from the main market in town called Harvest at Mendoza's, which has made stocking up on food supplies really convenient. Right away when we walked into the condo, we knew we scored. It was extremely cozy. There was a fully stocked galley-type kitchen that had everything we needed. A sitting area with a cozy sofa and chair with views of the ocean and town. A king-size bed facing double French doors. The balcony had wooden chairs and also had a beautiful view. What made it the most cozy was the gas fireplace that also served as the heater. It worked so well and was really hypnotizing staring into the flames. At night, we'd shut off the heater and open the double French doors to listen to the rain falling. To my pleasant surprise, the bathroom had a jacuzzi tub, which I took full advantage of. It was so relaxing. I even wore the spa robes provided. What really stands out about the town of Mendocino is the amount of garden art. This includes cows and chickens made of metal and an old wooden wagon filled with succulents. I also spotted two artists creating paintings on the sidewalks. And one of the more bizarre activities was a gentleman selling his knives on the hood of his Mercedes-Benz. Apparently this is a regular occurrence. And okay, this dog isn't artwork, but it was just too cute a photograph. There's no shortage of boutique clothing stores, coffee shops, and other unique shops in Mendocino. Abby took full advantage of the shopping opportunities. It was raining pretty hard, so Abby picked up a new pair of stylish rain boots at the outdoor store. She accidentally left her umbrella there. We went back to get it, and it was gone. We think they sold it to a tourist. Hey, an umbrella is outdoor gear, right? She also went next door to the Whistle Stop traditional gift store, where she scored some gifts for family members. And finally, she went to her favorite store, American Crafts, located in a cute little cottage set back off Main Street. It has the same aroma of new leather. Abby ended up buying a cute red vase for a friend there. And let's see, the last boutique gift shop we visited was Astoria. They sell baby gifts, candles, stationery, bath and body items, and much more. As you can see, it's really exciting for me. Not. But the ladies love it. When we were there, there was definitely a Christmas theme going on. Abby was a little bummed because her favorite jam shop was closed for the holidays. The shop is called Mendocino Jams and Preserves. Abby swears they sell the tastiest jams in the world. At least you can still buy their jams online when they're closed. And my favorite stores included Out of This World, where I scored a monocular to use when I'm hiking, looking at objects in the distance. I think it also makes me look like a more professional hiker. And my second favorite store is the Mendocino hardware store. It's kind of like a Pier 1 for chicks. I ended up buying about 2 pecan cluster bars that were on sale, but I had a lot of fun fantasizing about all my future construction projects. Without question, the most popular and busiest restaurant in town is the Good Life Cafe and Bakery. Twice we tried to get in, but it was packed. We could have sat outdoors, but it was just a little too cold and rainy for us. Looking at the menu, we could see why it was so popular. Great selection and great prices. Our first breakfast was at Flow Restaurant and Lounge, located on the second floor of the oceanfront building. The prices were a little higher, but there were no crowds. Great service, the food was excellent, and we had a view of the ocean. One thing we noticed when window shopping were the sidewalks. Many were made of wooden planks. It made it feel like I was in the 1800s. In fact, the town was founded in 1852. There are a lot of old structures in Mendocino, the wooden plank sidewalks, and the many wooden water tanks. The entire town of Mendocino gets its water from wells. Back in the 1800s, before electric pumps, water trickled into the tall wooden tanks on each property. Most of these water towers have been renovated and converted into gift shops, art studios, or residences. You can even stay the night in one of these water tank homes. I googled water tower homes in Mendocino, and these 4 homes came up. On New Year's Eve, we decided to end the year on a relaxing note. We booked a 1-hour private hot tub and a 1-hour massage. The place is called the Sweetwater Gardens. It's located right next to Luna's restaurant, which we unfortunately could not get reservations for. Our journey started by us walking down a long and quaint hallway to get to the spa entrance. Upon entering, we were greeted by a very cheerful spa employee who brought us to our private hot tub room. The hot tub was the traditional older style round wooden tub, which I thought was really cool. We also had a private shower. We soaked in the warm water until we heard the gong, which meant it was time for our massages. I don't know if you realize this, but Mendocino has a volunteer fire department. And guess how they call the volunteers when there's an incident? They turn on the sirens on the roof of the firehouse. One siren for one truck, two sirens for two trucks. Well, at 12:37 a.m., the sirens went off twice. I jumped out of bed thinking there was a tsunami, but from our deck we saw two fire trucks drive down the street towards the headlands. The next morning, a local shop owner told us that the sirens only go off when there's a water rescue, a structural fire, or a car crash. Well, later that day we discovered what happened. A Cadillac was driving at a high rate of speed and missed the turn, hit a log, and rolled numerous times. They were very lucky they didn't fly off the cliff into the water. The headlands are a beautiful place, but they need to be respected when walking or driving. We walked the length of the headlands 5 times during our trip. Some days were foggy, other days rainy, and the last day, on January 1st, sunny. No matter what the weather, they're so beautiful. One thing that stood out was the number of rock arch formations. One of the most famous is the blowhole close to town. When water shoots out, it looks like smoke coming out of a dragon's nose. The ocean looks scary, dangerous, and mysteriously beautiful at all times and at the same time. I also stumbled upon some beautiful colored ice plants. They looked like the fall colors had set in. I was amazed how many people were fishing off the cliffs. I can't stop thinking, well, what happens if they catch a 100-pound salmon? There's no way they could lift that fish up the cliffs. I hope you enjoyed seeing the highlights of our trip to the beautiful town of Mendocino. The trip was a great way to bring in the new year for us. Thank you for watching this video.